Hey guys, welcome to another Ned's Tool Talk video. In today's video, very interesting tool. I bet you not many of you guys would have seen this line trimmer whipper snipper out of Ryobi, but here it is. They definitely did made one couple of years back. Now, granted, they don't make it anymore. It's been replaced with a little bit better model. I think I made a video on that one last summer. So this line trimmer was 99 Australian dollars, so 99 AUD when I purchased it. We're talking about two and a half years ago. In the meanwhile, as I said, it was replaced by another model, which now costs $119, which is a much better trimmer than this one. You can adjust the head and everything. Now, the model number on this one is the same as the model number on the new one. It's OLT 1825. And this one was made in 2021. Now the cutting width of the string is 250 millimeters diameter. It's got one knife right here to cut it, and it's a single string line trimmer. And I think this is 1.5 mil line, and this is one of those that you can just squeeze these buttons, you take the whole thing out, you just put a new, let's call it a cartridge with this blue line, and off you go. Now, I had a comment recently saying that it's dumb to buy these lines already spooled up on a cartridge because it costs more if you just buy the line itself in a bulk, let's call it on 10, 15, 20 meters, and re-spool it on the cartridges. It works out much cheaper. I understand that, and that is a very true thing. I do that with all the line trimmers, but we gotta be honest here that these kind of line trimmers are made for the older people, for the people with small yards, and those people are not really up to opening this up and mucking around and trying to figure out how to re-spool the line. Those type of people I know because my dad is one of them. They need something easy, something convenient. Pop the two buttons, take this off, put the new line in, click it back on, off you go. Done, end of story. That's why I recommended just buy these ones, and that's it. Someone like me, for myself, on my yard, is not gonna buy one of these trimmers. Let's be honest, all of us youngsters like to go for top of the range products or as close as to it as possible. That's one thing. Another thing, this thing, I think quite honestly the 2 amp hour battery is heavier than the whole line trimmer itself, and I tell you that without even hesitating. Genuinely, 2 amp hour battery versus this, it's about there. The balance in hands is pretty good, mainly because this thing is so light. You got a handle here that's integrated, safety switch up there, and of course the trigger. And for such a small line trimmer, this thing spins incredibly fast. I kid you not, if I can find one on Facebook Marketplace for cheap, I probably would even pick up one for myself for those small jobs when there's not much really grass to trim around, but just quickly zip, 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 and you're done. It would be perfect for those kind of scenarios. Unique thing of this thing is easy edge. If you want to edge along the concrete or along pavers or anything, you're gonna have a button on this side and a button on this side. So what you do is just squeeze those two buttons, flip it for 180, and now once you grab it like that, you've got an edger for yourself. And it's brilliant. So I reckon, without rambling anymore, let's see how this thing cuts. Also, another thing that's worth mentioning is, as soon as you squeeze the trigger, the line is gonna pull out a little bit. When you release the trigger and when you squeeze it again, it's gonna feed, I think, about a centimeter or so of line out. So it's not one of those bump feed, there's no need to bump it or anything. As soon as you release the trigger and squeeze it again, it's gonna release a little bit of the line out there for you. So let's see how this one cuts. I wonder how would it do on, let's say, 4 or 5 amp hour battery. I'm gonna go get one of those batteries and then we'll give it a try again. All right guys, so here is, of course, fully charged 5 amp hour battery. So let's slap it on and let's see actually if there's gonna be any performance gains. Don't think so, but it's worth of a try. And it's also worth to mention that the battery now is relatively heavier than the whole line trimmer. I actually think this is better with 5 amp hour. It doesn't feel like it's choking up as much as it did with a 2 amp hour. So might be beneficial. Let's try this lot here. And the other thing for me that's annoying is I'm 184 centimeters, or I think that's 6'1", that's my height, and I need to bend down a little bit for this thing, so it's a little bit problematic for me in that term, where I probably get a sore back very quickly using it. Alright guys, so that's the Ryobi cheap line trimmer, cheapest in their range. It doesn't get cheaper than this with Ryobi, even with the new model that replaced it. Still 119 AUD, that's skin only. I think it does pretty good, honestly, for what it is, for the money that it was paid for. You can probably scoop one of these up now on Facebook Marketplace used for probably anywhere between $50 to $60 AUD, which is a bloody great deal if you ask me. If you need one of the trimmers you don't want to pay retail, that's a good route to go, and they wouldn't be too old. They've only been out there for maybe 2-ish years. I think this was 1 year promo only for one summer season or something like that. And I saw it and I thought to myself, it's inexpensive enough to give it a try and purchase one. So there you go, quite a unique little thing where these things, this rotates and turns, and yeah, it essentially creates an edger for you. So you almost get 2 tools in one, edger and a line trimmer. Guys, if you like the video, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, bye.